Hey guys, how's it going? It's HaHaBear. Today we're going to be reviewing Star G640S by XP Pen. And as you can tell from the name, it is an upgraded version for the Star G640 by XP Pen. A lot of you guys already know Star G640. It is, I believe, one of the best tablets out there for OSU gameplay. And I thought that it would be a good idea to do a review of this model also. Now the back of this tablet is a bit of a cluster, so we're gonna go to the website and see what the company has to say about this tablet. XP Pen claims that this tablet is portable and sleek, sitting at 9mm of thickness. The active area is 6 by 3.75 inches, which is slightly smaller than 6 by 4 inches of G640. It's also going to have 6 customizable buttons, so you can program it how much ever way you want. It's going to have increased pressure sensitivity for your pen. It's also going to do both hands covered, which means you can use your left hand for multi-purposes. It's also going to be OSU friendly, which means that the tablet is going to be plug and play. Acrobat Reader DC signature, Photoshop, Illustrator, ZBrush, which I'm probably not going to cover in this video. It's going to have 10 extra nibs for you. And here are the additional specifications. It's going to be sitting at 6 by 3.75 inches, 266 reports per second, and 5 to 10 millimeters of reading height. With all the specs aside, without further ado, let's get to the unboxing of Star G640S by XP Pen. I'll be using a box cutter to open the tape that seals the box shut. And as we open this up, we're going to be greeted with the tablet body covered up in plastic. It says please visit XP Pen website to download the latest driver. Remove the box cover that's covering everything, and inside you'll find a little bit of a goodie bag here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So basically all we have is a tablet body and the goodie bag that contains all the accessories. First of all, we're going to be looking at the accessory bag. My apologies if the camera isn't really focusing that well. I think my webcam is broken. I'll have to replace that pretty soon. As we open this up, we're going to be greeted with a pen. We're going to talk about that in great detail later. There's a nib remover and nibs in a small bag here. And we also have a USB cable that's actually been a little bit different this time. It has a 90-degree bent cable style. And it also comes in this kind of a rubbery sleeve that feels a little bit better. And also comes with this Velcro cable management tie thingy, which is also a nice touch. This, I believe, is a sticker so that you can have your tablet, pen be stored here, just like the Wacom CTL480 style. And a lot of different paper that we don't really care too much about. This is a thank you for supporting letter, a warranty card, a warranty policy booklet, a warranty extension card, and a small quick guide, which you probably won't need also. Now we're going to be looking at the tablet pen. This tablet pen is called P05 Passive Pen by XP Pen, and it is different from the G640, G430, or G540 models P01 Passive Pen. It is much thicker on the pen tip side and much thinner on the other end. And since this is a passive pen, it does not require any battery or recharging. And to do a bit of a comparison, I'm gonna go and bring the G640 pen that I have. And as I've mentioned before, it's much thicker on the pen tip side and much thinner on the other end. And the overall length is a little bit longer too. While at it, I'll also bring my CTL480 pen for comparison. As you can see, they're almost all equal in size. Not really too much of a difference. There's also a S640 pen for good measure. Why not, right? And also to add more, we'll have a Gateron AP20 rechargeable pen. Just kidding, I hate this pen. Going back to the P05 passive pen for XP Pen G640S tablet, the pen tip is nice and clicky, nothing too special really. And the rubbery grip is what I really wanted to talk about. It's going to hopefully help with the slipperiness of the tablet. The rubber is actually pretty grippy, but it's not really snug to the tablet pen. as in that you can kind of like pull it off while playing with it. So I thought that was gonna be a bit of a concern. But as I'm speaking right now, I have played with this tablet for about 4 or 5 hours, and that didn't really happen, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Now we're going to be talking about the tablet body. It's encased in a plastic wrap, so we're going to go ahead and remove that. And as we take this tablet out, the first thing that I noticed from the back of this tablet body were the 4 rubber feet in each corners of the tablet. Hopefully it's going to help make sure that the tablet doesn't slide around too much during OSU gameplay. As you can see on the left side, there are 6 customizable buttons. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with these, but I'll probably find a way out. The tablet body, as mentioned, is going to be 9mm in thickness, which is pretty thin. It's not like ultra thin like the G640 or Gateron S56K, but it really doesn't matter too much. The connector is going to be on the left side of the tablet. If you're using the left-handed mode, it's going to be on your right-hand side. So the connector, as you can see, is going to be connected like so. And some people might, wonder if that's going to be interfering with the keyboard. It didn't because of the 90-degree angle cable. You can, as mentioned before, use it as a left-handed mode also. And of course, it's not a HaHaBear review without a direct tablet comparison. As you can kind of see, the height is almost the same for XP Pen G640 and the XP Pen G640S. It becomes more apparent when you overlap it. And the active area is supposed to be smaller on the G640S tablet, but it doesn't seem to be the case in terms of the marking here. And the length is supposed to be the same for 4 inches, but that also doesn't seem to be the case for this one. I don't know what happened there. Oh yeah, and apparently this is covered in plastic. I only noticed that after shooting this entire video. And so yeah, just throw that aside, and this is what the tablet looks like. It's nice and, kind of like matte finish look, but it also has that bit of a kind of a rough plastic surface. It feels really nice. And to go to the tablet driver, you go to the website that I linked below. You can go to the driver section, and instead of doing the G430 G640 tablet driver, you go for the G640S tablet driver, which is 3rd row down, actually 4th row down in this case. You can go ahead and click download, wait for it to finish, and after it finishes downloading, you can go ahead and connect your tablet to it, and it's going to pop up like this. It's all in Korean, but it's very straightforward. You just only need to focus on the right side where everything's happening. And as I'm pressing the pen right now, you'll see that the pressure sensitivity is going up and down. And most importantly, you can change the tablet area on the right hand side. I'm clicking between the full area and the force proportions. I think they actually fixed the force proportions so that the force proportion button actually forces the aspect ratio to be 16:9 in the case of my monitor. What's better is that now when you click this button on the right, it's going to allow you to input the top left corner of your tablet and the bottom right corner of your tablet to set the rectangle for your area. And I'm gonna show you like so. This is my piece of paper. I actually cut out my tablet area so that I can convert it from one tablet to another. So after pressing that button, you say right here on the top left corner and right here on the bottom right corner, and that's going to directly translate to the tablet area. And this is something that I've been asking XP Pen to do strictly on my G640 tablet review, and they actually sent me an email for feedback, and I told them specifically that this approach from the Wacom side is good, and they actually followed it. And I'm really happy that the company is going the right direction of making sure that their tablet is getting better, and subsequently their drivers are also getting better. While the live play is happening in the background, I just wanted to give you guys some of my final thoughts on this tablet G640S by XP Pen. First, the build quality. The build quality of this tablet is phenomenal compared to other tablets made by XP Pen, such as G430 and G640. This tablet does not have any rough surfaces. Its finishes are really well made. The tablet surface looks nice and clean. Overall, it's just a really good tablet to have in general. If G430 and G640 were kind of like daily driver for OSU only purpose and you kind of just store it away, this is something like that you can just have it out all the time and be like, hey, this is a tablet that I use. It looks nice, and it will also look nice to other people too. As for the pricing, the G640S is currently sitting at $45 US on Amazon. This to some people may be a little bit more pricey compared to, let's say, $25 for S640 by Vake, $23 for G430, and $33 for G640. All the prices from Amazon. For me personally, I believe spending the extra $10 for the better build quality is actually a decent choice compared to spending $30 extra for something like CTL 472, or spending a lot more than that to get a discontinued CTL 480 on eBay. Of course, all the decisions are going to be made strictly by you, but I personally believe that whatever extra, 10 something dollars is a decent investment, considering that this has better build quality and arguably better pen also. Speaking of the pen, the rubber grip actually helped me a decent bit, making sure that the pen doesn't slip out of my hand. Actually, it happens quite a lot for other pen tablets such as G640, G430, or even the CTL 480 pen. Like even that pen sometimes falls out of my hand because my hand gets so sweaty. That wasn't the case for this pen, which was a big plus. Although you could argue that this pen was a bit more bulky on the pen tip side, so there definitely was a bit of a learning curve for me to get used to it, because I was so used to just using slim pen, and now having to get used to the thicker part of the pen was a bit of a challenge, but I got used to it pretty quickly. I don't think it's gonna be too much of a challenge for you either. And as for the driver, I felt like the tablet driver for G640S was the perfect balance between smoothness and latency. The G640 tablet driver was already my favorite tablet driver out of all drivers out there. And to see something I believe exactly the same being replicated on the G640S was a huge plus for me. And as for the final verdict, I'll give this tablet a solid 5 stars. Really nothing's holding this tablet back at all. If anything, maybe the extra price can be a bit of a problem for you, but I personally believe spending a little more for the better product is always a good decision in the long run. Of course, everything is preferential in the world of tablet. Your tablet pen preference can be different. Your tablet, driver preference will be different. So if you want to really get the best tablet, you'll have to try out pretty much everything out on the market. But this will definitely be, I would say, my go-to recommendation for people who have tried out G430 and thinks that it's a little bit too small, or have tried out G640 and thinks that it's a bit too flimsy, or is looking for a CTL 480 but cannot find one on the market. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions, most of them is going to be answered in the video description. But if you have any questions other than that, feel free to leave them down below at the comment section. I'll be glad to answer any of them. And if you're inclined, please do feel free to leave a like or even subscribe to see more OSU related contents in the near future. Okay, I'm gonna get going now. It's 6:30 AM. I've been editing this video for quite a long time, and I have school in like 2 hours, so I'm gonna need to sleep like at least 1 hour. Bye bye.